What's going on, everybody? We just finished watching the end of ReZero. If you know, we've been following that shit all season. It's been filled with left turns, heartbreak, and crazy shit that went down. I'm here with Ethos and Steven. Steven, what'd you think, fam?
I'm just glad my heart's in one piece, bruh. I thought everything was gonna go wrong in the end, and I don't know, man. It's just I'm satisfied with this ending. Satisfaction is the word for the day.
Okay. Let's up. Let's up. Ethos?
So the phrase of the last episode was not like this. So that's a huge improvement from not like this. I gotta say, yeah, like I'm so I kept saying, I was like, they better not pull a fucking No Game No Life. They better not leave us with some crazy cliffhanger that we're never gonna see the end to. But they tied up like this is like an end of an arc. And they tied it up like with a nice fucking bow. Like that's the best way I can describe it. And they don't leave anything like crazy out of the way. There's still the main things that still need to be discovered, but that's probably for season 2.
Right.
Regarding the selection. But
Right.
I mean, for what they pulled off with 25, like I feel like that's the thing like we talk about is like I really feel like a lot of anime that seem to like fall off like from their potentials because they don't have enough episodes. I feel like that's the sweet spot. Like 25 episodes, like they were able to accomplish a lot. There was just Jesus Christ. The character development for Subaru was just on point. I mean, I'm still Team Ram. Fuck Emilia, but I mean that was a nice way to, I guess, tie the knot between why he likes her and stuff like that. And I gotta say, I've watched so many anime where the main character like is like Subaru, where he's like dense as fuck and he doesn't like realize like what he's like. He doesn't realize when people like him or stuff like that. And I was worried it was gonna be like that, but I'm glad. Like I can't believe it in such a long time. 2 anime characters actually just admitted their feelings for one another, and they didn't let BS block their feelings. I couldn't believe it. So I mean, for me, yeah, it was overall it was enjoyable. I'm glad I watched it. I definitely would recommend it to a friend, but I'd say it depends. I recommend it to a friend with certain warnings and expectations because they might go into it. I think like the people who really like just hate this show or think it's overrated, they have their own biases, and that's just unfortunate. But I say go into it with an open mind, and you'll be satisfied.
Um, Steven, what about you? Overall, what did you think of ReZero?
Overall, what I thought, man, it was I loved it, man. It was a solid. I'm gonna bump this up to about a 8.8.
Yeah,
Okay.
Barely almost a 9, bro.
almost a 9. Almost. They just the pacing. The
The
where it was
pacing
like
issues around
yeah,
7 or 8,
7 and 8.
whatever it
It
was.
kept dying. That got a
Like he
little
was stuck
annoying.
at Roswell's mansion for
Yeah,
Right.
forever, it seemed like. But other than that, like everything came back around. I just loved it, man. The
yeah.
Okay.
character
Um,
development.
Overall, I think I gave ReZero an 8.25 leading up to this point. I think.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, you did. It got that.
I still keep it where it's at. Yeah, I definitely agree. Everything was tied up nice and tight with a bow and everything like that. But I think where I have my gripes with ReZero, because when we were watching the episode, I'm here the whole time thinking, oh yeah, something's gonna happen, or this person's gonna die, or there's gonna be some sort of heartbreak, because ReZero has taken so many left turns that it makes me not believe, like everything was just going too right for Subaru these last
Right.
few episodes, that leaves me to be like, and there's a few moments here and there that I find that I just found were corny or just kind of drawn out a bit too much. But still, one thing I will commend this show on, and I feel like this is incredibly important, is progression of the main character. The character progression and growth that we see from Subaru episode 1 to Subaru episode 5 is gigantic, and I have to applaud them for that. But the same way that I applaud them for that, the reason why I keep it at an 8.25 is, and it's probably some concerns that I feel like will be addressed in the next season, but since we don't have the next season, I have to judge it just based off of what it is. I feel like there was a lot of character development for Subaru, and like let's say Subaru gets 100%, then the immediate characters around him get like 40 to 50, 60%, then
And
everybody
pretty
else gets like 10, 20%. There's like ReZero introduces a lot of characters and then starts to develop them and then just leaves them where they are.
Yeah,
Like,
and there's some
Rem,
characters that aren't even addressed, like,
exactly.
at all.
Like Rem got so much development and then Ram got like almost nothing.
Yeah, after that Rem episode,
Exactly.
she just became irrelevant until like the end of the show. And even
Exactly.
still,
And-
we thought she was going to be like a big player, but she ended up just like being just a mistake. Like, that's all it
And
was.
that goes back into what I was saying with how like we have these repeat sections of Subaru dying and you pretty much having to go through the same thing over and over again, and that takes up episodes and takes up time that could be used for character development. But I understand it's all part of the story. So all I hope to see next season is don't really introduce too many other people, but develop what you have and then create something strong out of that. And I think that'll take ReZero from where I think it is to a 9.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting. And I hope Subaru actually gains some sort of, you know, strength or something, because I think there could be a cool element to him. I don't want him to be like strong in the conventional main character cool sense, but I think it's essential at this point, if he's going to keep getting into danger, for him to have some way to defend himself.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Like
Subaru was literally
yeah.
fighting Beltegus with his fists.
Right.
He was, yeah,
I
he
feel
was
you,
like-
but
yeah.
they're not gonna have too many more characters to introduce. You feel me? Because like all that's left is the rest of the 7
competition.
deadly sins, bro, and the competition. So the only characters they could introduce is what
The sins.
Subaru is pride and
Yeah.
what lust.
Lust
Yeah,
is that
the
crazy
sins,
chick.
the sins, but
The sins are
witch
probably
also.
people we already know too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
the
already
witch-
know
There's some plot twists in there.
The
So
witch
like,
also. The witch also.
Yeah, the witch. There's
Oh, yeah,
definitely
the
gonna be a play of the witch. Like, I feel like I agree. Like, I give it, like, I'm right between you guys. Like, I'm at 8.5. It's like, I agree, like everything like both of you guys are saying. Like, it's great, but some of the pacing stuff and like the characterization, like development of all the characters, it reminds me so much of like with Psychopaths. Like, that was the issue with Psychopaths, was like it had like a great main character, but like some characters weren't like fully developed, because like you had like 8 main characters or 8 important characters, but like there was only a focus on 2 of them mostly, or 3 or 4, and the rest of them obviously like you couldn't give them that much. And like I agree with Anon, like maybe instead of like having those constant where you had to spend 4 or 5 episodes in the same spot, they could have spent time, like if he had to rewind, it could have focused on somebody else. But I do agree, like I think like it was a great way they ended it. They cleared up a lot of stuff. There's still stuff that's still open for season 2, which can get, which has me excited for season 2. I'm really just, the biggest question on my mind is really like how this selection process works. Like, are they going to fight to the death? Is it going to be more of a popularity contest? Like, I don't know what they're going to go for, the night thing's going to go for, but I did read something, and I don't want to let you guys know about it because it kind of spoiled it for me, but I'll let you know that there's definitely a character that was shown a little bit in season 1, but he kind of like, you don't see him now. That is going to be a major player in season 2 for a certain reason.
I have a feeling who it is.
I'll say
boy.
it's not Windhelm, but I'll say you
I know
probably
it's
forgot.
not Wilhelm, but I
Right.
know. No, I think I know who you're talking about.
He
But
got a small introduction, but he's very
yeah.
important. That's
Okay, as far as the selection goes, the only thing I have to say about that is I have high expectations, because after Hunter x Hunter made an election interesting, that's my standard now. So if I live up to the chairman election in Hunter x Hunter, then I'll be happy, as far as like if it's a popularity contest. But I think overall we all like ReZero. Definitely check it out. We all have our gripes as well, but we're pretty much just looking forward to season 2.
Yep.
Anything
Bro,
else?
what are we gonna do now?
We're gonna watch another
We
anime.
wait. Yeah, we wait. Watch another anime. So stick with us next season. We'll pick another anime and we'll do this again.
All right.